You know, we're making art here.
Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that shit.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
Hello, my gabagool gigglers. We had an incredible family weekend.
This was our first holiday together.
My family wasn't there.
But I'm just saying, like, in terms of us.
I feel like every day's a holiday with you.
That's true.
But how'd I do?
You did amazing.
I didn't get a good photo of my outfit, so I didn't want to post it. Because, look, you guys, if I get the wrong angle, I didn't want you guys to get the wrong impression. And Paige, you posted, like, the cuntiest video, perfect lighting. And I didn't want people comparing me.
Right.
So I said, I'm going to just explain it with my words. But yeah, white capris, which, by the way,
I love a capri.
I was on my period.
Wow.
But it was Easter.
So you were...
And I said, Christ has my back today.
If there's any day he's looking out for me, it's today.
And I wore my granny panties, my Tampax.
This is actually so bad, especially for the, like, sustainable girls. But, like, I'll just flow and then throw that underwear away.
That's what Amazon's
Yeah, like,
for.
I'm just always ordering underwear. And you know what? I don't care.
Can I say where I am in my marriage?
Sure. Hannah arrived somewhere early and I was like, are you okay? Are you still married? Like, the only explanation I could think is, like, she's fighting with Tess.
And I was like, no, I'm literally on the phone with him talking about his knee right now. So when you're on your period, you know, it's reckless. And whenever you go to the bathroom, it's a whole thing. And when Des and I are in a heavy, you know, gossip discussion, you can't lose momentum. And I was like, really quickly, I have to change I'm in the bathroom unplugging myself.
And he came in.
And he's in this bathroom, eye contact with me as I'm unplugging and putting it back in. And then in that moment, I was like,
he's a feminist. Like, he's a supportive king.
He's literally handing me the tampon. He was like, do you need me to wrap toilet paper around it?
And another thing.
And his eyes did not move from eye contact. And I was like, oh my God, he loves me for me. So,
no, being able to gossip with your partner is, like, really important.
Very important.
Like, even if they don't care about what you're saying, it's really important that they pretend.
My favorite is when because Des is honest with me. Sometimes he's like, the story's taking too long, it better be worth it.
Yeah, wrap it up, land the plane.
I feel pressure. And then when I do have a crazy ending to a gossip story, and I'm like, never doubt me again.
Yeah.
Because I like details. I like building it up. I like you thinking this isn't going anywhere.
Have you heard of the bird theory?
Yes, I love the bird theory is very important.
I think it's extremely true.
Do you want to explain?
If you haven't heard of it, it's if your partner says, hey, look at this, like, hey, look at that bird outside the window. And if you don't look, the statistics of you guys staying together dwindle.
Shout out to Love on the Spectrum, the best show on television right now. Did you watch it?
I'm watching.
You're watching it?
I'm only like 3 episodes in, but I'm like,
Logan?
Which one is he?
With the curly hair.
That wore the velvet suit?
Yes. I love him so much. What
no,
you realize?
when he said, you know what? I don't need curvy-haired girls to be happy.
Curly-haired girls to be happy.
No, but he kept saying curvy.
Oh. But that's literally every man I've ever met. Like, when they're younger, they think they only like a certain type of girl. And then they, like, meet a girl who isn't like that. And they're like, wait, I made it up in my head what I like.
Right.
This one girl goes on a date, this Mormon girl, with a very cute man. Like, very cute. Like, the second I saw him, I was like, I'm good. He's good. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And at the end, she was like, I think we should just be friends. You remind me of my dad. And in that moment, I said, she has valid points. But I was like, but you just met this guy. Like, you've never been on a date before. Like, this guy's cute.
Yeah.
And that's me being a little bit vapid and shallow, which I have been in the past. I didn't date a smart man till Des. So just remember that.
And he's, like, really smart.
Des?
Yeah.
Well, scarily. Like, sometimes he knows things. I'm like, you shouldn't know that stuff.
Yeah.
I was kind of not annoyed with her, but I was like, okay, I feel like you have 2 eggs in one basket, whatever the quote is. The next date, she meets a guy who does the impression she likes. He's really handsome. She's laughing the whole time. And I said, we can learn from that.
Yeah.
She said no to something that she knew she could have done.
Yep.
If I told you, if you said no to something that you're kind of accepting right now, and there was something so beautiful on the other side of it, wouldn't you say no immediately?
Right.
And that's what we can learn from them, because they're so honest. They can't fake it. We'll lie to ourselves. Be like, no, this guy's good enough. This is what I need right now. What if I told you your dreams were on the other side?
Yeah.
What
What a good mental health moment to start off the pod.
But also their dates are literally asking each other their favorite colors, their favorite hobbies. And if they don't have the same hobbies, it's like, let's move on.
It's the first time I've seen a man ask a question on a date. Like, and I've watched a lot of dating shows before. I'm like, this is the first time they're interested.
No, I'm actually watching, and I turned to Des and I'm like, you've never done that.
Yeah.
The level of romance that these guys are bringing to the table is incredible.
And I like that they know instantly. Like, nope, not for me.
The relationships that have made me felt the worst are the ones where I'm like being myself and they don't acknowledge it or
don't
reciprocate.
do that.
Yeah, like, and not in a jokey way. Like, I like when they make fun of me jokingly, but when you say something earnestly that interests you and they literally could not give a fuck.
Did you watch the Lamar Odom doc?
Oh, girl. Wait, why did I feel like I liked him less after? Like, I went in being like, he's feeling bad for him. And then I was like, oh, no.
When I was watching it, I actually got so mad because I was like, why aren't more people talking about this? Like, justice for the Kardashians. It was so evident. I mean, he said it.
No one wants to say justice for the Kardashians. People would rather do anything than say justice for the Kardashians.
It was so evident when he said it himself. He was like, I married her because I knew it would better my life. I knew I wanted to live the way she lived.
Which if a girl ever said that, they'd be like, you gold digging motherfucker.
Especially because the whole rhetoric for years has been any guy that dates one of the Kardashians, like their career falls, they like go crazy, whatever.
I would argue the Kardashians, they're trying to fix these men and then they can't because you can't fix a man.
Well, it's so obvious that all of these men get with these women because of how disciplined they are, how successful they are. And also, you cannot be successful without being disciplined. Like, so all of these guys that they've dated and have married that become drug addicts, like, yeah, they're not drug addicts, so you're not going to become successful.
I literally saw him say, I saw her lifestyle and I realized that's the kind of lifestyle I want to live.
And none of them could, oh my God, if I had a freaking nickel. These men want to
say frickin'.
These men want to be them. They want their lifestyle, but then they realize they can't actually put in the work to live their lifestyle.
And then because Chloe loves him, she goes above
Covers
and beyond
up
to
for him, protect
this
him.
man as he embarrasses himself and her. She still sticks by him.
But yet she gets the hate of like, well, why would you protect him?
And suddenly he's the hero where everyone's like, justice for Lamar, like save Lamar, and then everyone's like, fuck Chloe, while she's the one teaching him how to speak again.
I didn't realize that she was only 24 when they got married.
I didn't realize that either. Something hurt me in my heart.
Yeah.
Do you know she always called him Lammy?
Yeah.
And I thought it was so cute.
When he said it was weird.
He goes, it was weird she called me that. I said, what?
How about she didn't want to do the spinoff and he wanted to do it?
Oh my God. She basically was like, he loved the camera.
No, these men that are so fame hungry.
I thought her interviews were so honest. And
I love her.
And just like not.
Yeah, she seems like such a good mom and friend. And so she just seems so nice. What about the part where she said his dad came in and was like, pulled the plug because he wanted the life insurance money? And she was like, what do you want? And he wanted a pair of sneakers in a hotel room. And she was like, here, now get the fuck out of here. How insane. That alone.
You don't realize how like selfish some of these men are, especially at the end when even like his kid was like, I realized that my dad is like my son sometimes and he just like hasn't developed and stuff.
I had no idea he had children.
A full family.
How about the kids being like, no, we're not coming to your wedding to be pawns.
Yeah.
Like to make you look good on a TV show when you're never around. I gave his daughter a lot of credit.
And they love villainizing the Kardashians the whole time.
Like,
what did she do?
Like what?
No, they just were like, what did Chloe do to him? That
Right.
was what they always said. You don't think she did to him?
And
stay in the hospital for him.
I didn't realize even when they got out of the hospital, he lived with her and she like rehabilitated him and then she caught him doing drugs again. Like she was like, you have a wherewithal enough to get a phone, contact a drug dealer and get drugs. Like whenever men say like, oh, well, we're just men, we don't think of these little details. That's a great example. Well, you figured out how to get a phone and contact any drug dealer.
I'm also still, I was going to say reading the audiobook of Strangers, which I don't know if you'd be so pissed. Like you'd like punch a wall and break a nail, which I don't want that for you. But she has this like Gwyneth Paltrow waspy monotone voice that is really good to play right before you go to sleep. So I was playing it last night. She's heartbroken by this marriage of 20 years that fell apart, and he just walked out for no reason. And there's more tea to it, obviously, which I recommend you listen on your own. But she said something incredible. She goes, I'm looking around the apartment after he'd taken all his stuff away, and she goes, and I'd been reminded of him in so many ways and how our lives intertwined together. And then I looked around and I realized everything in the apartment was mine.
Yeah.
The art, the books, the furniture, the stuff I bought for my kids. She goes, was he ever there?
No.
Ooh, I just got chills.
There's
Ooh,
nothing. Okay, one of my, this is so Paige coded too. One of my like things that will make me infuriated is like when we break up, don't keep wearing the clothes that I picked out. Like that was a persona I gave you. Stop wearing the clothes I picked out and bought and acting like you put that outfit together. Enough with you. Like truly enough.
Oh God. But shout out to my husband, who I love dearly. We are having a little bit of a fight because we're really not, this middle spring weather where it's like hot and then it's cold.
You guys aren't aligned?
Yesterday I was watching TV and suddenly I got like overstimulated and I'm like, it's fucking 100 degrees in here. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, it's hell. I'm living in hell right now. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I go, what is the temperature? And I go, and this motherfucker has it on Celsius because he's trying to confuse me.
I would.
But you know what my thing is? I don't give a fuck what number it is. I know I want it at 21. And he keeps moving it to 24. I don't know what 24 means, but I know it's too hot. So then I go and I see it's at 24 when I know I put it at 21 earlier in the day. So I go up to him, I said, you sneaky sneak. And he starts laughing. He goes, you don't even know what 24 is. And I go, I don't care. It's too hot.
Wait, what is it?
I don't know.
Wait, I need to know.
He's putting it at 24 Celsius.
Wait, Anna, I need to know.
What is 24 Celsius? Because whatever it is, it's too hot.
What is
And then I put it to 21. And then I come back and he's so dramatic. He puts on
75.
No. Okay, that's what. So then I put it to 22. And then I come back in the room. He thinks he's funny. He puts on a coat and he puts on, because he says I'm freezing him out.
He'd hate my house.
But this is my thing. I can't sleep in the heat like that. So we're in this like war where I keep changing it and then he keeps changing it and then I keep changing it and then he keeps changing it. And pray for us.
If it's over 70, I'm premenopausal.
I think
I can't. I literally can't. I'm like, I'll freak out. I'm like, I'm having a hot flash. Like
No, in the middle of just watching TV, I go, I can't do this anymore.
Well, you know what happened to me? I saw one time somewhere that someone said it's really good for your skin to sleep in 65 degree weather at night. And so I'm 65.
Yep. And I'm a sweaty person.
Maybe, okay, if I'm going to bed, I'm putting it at 65. When I wake up, maybe I'm pressing it up to 68. If it's a really cold day, I'm going 70. But my home is never over 70 degrees.
And that's how I want an Italian's home to be: cold, perfectly cleaned, smells like Lysol.
Yep. I love when we're out to eat and you say those dangerous words. Can I say one more thing?
We'll literally talk for hours, and that's why I'm so excited that Bottomless Apps are back for $9.99 at Buffalo Wild Wings. And you know what that means?
What does it mean?
Bottomless yaps.
Wait, that's really cute.
I know.
And there's nothing we love more than talking about something that happened 10 years ago. And just like recalibrating it, getting new information.
This literally happened yesterday. I was like, hey, can I bring up this story that I've brought up to you many times? And you said, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, look at it from a new perspective. I'm 33 now.
Also, I hate when you're like yapping and then you run out of food and your yapping goes past your apping. Buffalo Wild Wings, their mozzarella sticks and their fried pickles are perfect. But at Buffalo Wild Wings, they call it mott sticks, which makes it even cuter.
Cute.
Before I let you eat the stick, I need to make sure that it
pulls apart.
It pulls apart the right way. So
okay.
let's see. Let's watch. We got the camera.
Yes, honey.
Yeah.
Wait, that looks so good.
We did it.
Wait, I need.
Oh.
Like, I'm sorry. Fried cheese? Yeah.
Never misses.
Ever.
Like our conversations. Always hits. Now, have you ever had a fried pickle before?
I have.
Fried pickles, I think, are for the girls. I love that you just immediately went for the sauce. You didn't even think twice.
Oh, wow.
A little kick. A little kick.
If I'm going out to eat and someone says, let's just do apps and share a bunch, you're my friend for life.
No, when someone's like, could we just throw in one more app?
Throw it in.
Let's add one more thing to the conversation and one more app. Bottomless Apps for $9.99 are back at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's talk some more, but this time over some onion rings and chips and salsa. So crispy.
Don't get me started with a chip and a salsa.
We never get bored about making the same jokes because, like, if a joke works, it's a classic.
Sorry, I'm going to do it to everyone I know.
Even if they're not even in on the joke.
It's like an outfit. If you haven't worn it in front of certain people, that's a new outfit.
And if they don't get it, you go, sorry, you had to be there. You win every time.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I go onion ring over fries.
That's like your freaky side coming out. Also, onions are a vegetable.
Salsa's a salad. This is a bowl of salad.
This is really good. Like the seasoning to the chef. There's so many good things at Buffalo Wild Wings besides just the wings.
Right.
And lastly, I ordered the hatch queso and more fried pickles for you.
Thank you so much. You know what I love? Something mini. So like when there's a mini pickle,
Adorable.
I'm like, adorable. Get in my mouth.
Oh, I could drink that.
Yeah.
Like soda. Chug it. We also never get sick of making fun of each other. I'll make the same jokes about your small little fingers. I mean, your thin.
Yeah.
Long.
How dare you?
Your small, thin.
Gorgeous fingers. And I like making fun of you about just like any shoe choice.
Or just any choice. Whether it's a girls' night or a double date, there's always a reason to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Bottomless Apps for $9.99 are back at Buffalo Wild Wings. Limited time, dine-in only.
See web or app for details.
Can I be a hypocrite for a second?
Sure.
I'm really enjoying this show that Des recommended. Now, Des and I also don't, it's hard for us to align on a show that we both love on the spectrum. That's like our thing. DTF St. Louis.
Yeah.
When Des first brought this up to me, I said, this sounds like a local cop show. I'm
My
not into
brother
this.
told me to watch
I
it.
said, I don't like the title. It sounds stupid. It's on HBO. I said, okay. Jason Bateman and then David Harbour, who...
See, I love Jason Bateman. I love his humor. Jason Bateman is always playing Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman is
Jason
the Jennifer
Aniston of Men.
Yes.
Yeah.
Write that down. But I love how I've been literally saying, does David Harbour mean nothing to you?
No, Lily Allen.
Oh, Lillian. Does it mean nothing to you?
Wow, he'd be so pissed to hear that sentence. Does
Lily
David?
Allen.
Yeah. No,
But
Lily
this is
Allen.
my thing. If the roles were reversed and Lily Allen had like cheated on him and like ruined their marriage, whatever, would she be starring in an HBO show like 3 months after the album
Well,
comes
you
out?
have to remember that it was probably filmed before,
Yes.
so they're not airing
I wonder
it.
if they like held it for a bit
The only time I feel like people have standards on the internet is
with women.
With women.
Yeah. Standards is a strong word. It's more like projection.
Yeah. Like nobody loves
A woman's wrong.
more
Like
than a woman.
More than a woman.
No, it's kind of crazy. Okay, let's talk about my tablescape.
I was waiting. But anyway, details.
We've done the
is
niceties. Let's talk about my tablescape.
Yeah.
My
now
mom.
that the non-gigglers are gone.
No, literally. Now that there's no non-gigglers. My mom was so proud of me. I didn't tell her about the bunny chairs because I wanted her to be surprised. And she was like, oh, very nice detail. I don't know how people host and also cook. AKA
I don't know
my
how
mom.
people host, also cook, and then socialize.
Thanksgiving is such a big deal for our family because we host a Thanksgiving Eve party, which is now the count is up to like 50 people.
Oh my God.
So my mom,
And it's anyone who's who in Albany.
it's the who's who of my dad's phone book. Okay, it truly is. My mom has that catered. She has like bartenders, but she stays up until everybody leaves. So at like 1 a.m. she's up, she's cleaning up from it. Then she wakes up the next morning at like 7 a.m., starts Thanksgiving, cooks all of Thanksgiving, hosts another like 15 to 20 people. People got there at 10 a.m. I was exhausted by 11:30.
Paige.
By 11:30, I was like, okay, let's wrap this up.
Well, when did you have it? How did you set it up? Like what time in the morning?
Tables and chairs got delivered at 8. So I decorated from like 8 to 9. And then I got ready from 9 to 10.
And
Food got delivered at 9.
You told us to come at 10 a.m., which
Yeah.
I thought was early.
Yes.
It was early, and Des and I got a little nervous, so my alarm went off at 9. Felt like the middle of the night.
It was Christmas morning.
I diced my hair. Des was asking me about his shirt. We were the first ones to arrive.
You brought gifts.
We brought gifts.
You brought chocolate bunnies.
Yes, chocolate bunnies, some champagne.
And I think the biggest revelation of the day was my dad falling in love with Des.
I mean,
he offended you a couple times. My dad literally looked at Hannah and goes, "This guy's really funny. You should take him on tour." Hannah goes, "Fuck you."
Well, he goes, "Yeah, Des and I just understand each other. Like, they have their own little sense of humor." And I said, "Gary, don't start with me right now. Don't start with me in this public gathering." But
somebody at Easter came up to me and goes, "You have your dad's exact personality." I said, "How dare you? How dare you come into my home and disrespect me like that?" I go, "That guy's fucking out of his mind." They were like, "You look like your mom, but you act like your dad." I was like, "Get out."
I'm the same way, except I kind of look like my dad.
Yeah.
But Des and I, we were there to entertain.
No, my mom literally was like, "I feel like you hired Hannah.
You hired
to
two
come."
professional comedians to dabble in small talk.
And you guys were moving around. You were moving around the room. You were doing different jokes at different stations.
Yes. Well, people have different types of humor that we need. And I was telling him which stories to tell. I said, "Des, tell this story about the time he's coming in."
You guys were working off of each other.
Worked the
Hire
room.
Hannah and Des for your next bat mitzvah, a sweet 16.
You had an outfit change into your pajamas.
Yeah, I had to.
Everyone saw the look from every angle, and then you went upstairs.
I was like, I have to take my heels
Came
off.
back in gorgeous pajamas. Des and I left around, it was 10. We left at like 2, 4 hours. And when I tell you, I didn't even pee during that time. I was yapping. I took a 3-hour nap.
Hannah, everyone was out by 3. I fell asleep for like an hour.
I woke up, didn't know what planet I was on. I said, and Des was like, "We were a hit," but it clearly was, you took too much out of you. I woke up at 6 p.m. My mom's like, "Hello, you have a family. Happy Easter."
No, you guys did such good work.
Well, Kim afterwards was like, "You guys were so entertaining." You guys were so entertaining. I said, "Thank you, Kim. That's all we wanted."
No, it was so
for Kim
fun
to be happy. But it was so fun because I felt like you made the perfect energy. The aura was so right.
Thank you. You want to know what it was? My feng shui.
Your feng shui was perfect.
I felt like my feng shui, everything worked. You rounded the corner. You could go outside. There's drinks over here. I was really particular about the feng shui because I almost put the tables outside. But then I was like, it might be too hot. What if it rains a little? It's windy.
Yeah.
And so then I did it inside and I felt like it turned out.
It was, because there was never one place where people were too crowded. Do you enjoy hosting, or was this just performative? Or both?
Performative.
Like, are you
No,
like,
I
can't wait to do this
actually
again?
No, I liked it because, well, Easter is fun because everything's like pink and baby blue and yellow.
Yeah.
So I liked decorating for Easter. No, I'll definitely like host more because it was fun. I don't like being stuck in a conversation for too long. And when you're the host,
I was going to say that.
It's so easy to be like, I have to go say hi to this person. Like,
I have to go check on the turkey.
I have to run. Like, I hope you're having a great time.
Anything and they'll believe you.
Anything.
Be like, "Oh, the croquettes."
I'm gonna start saying that when it doesn't even go. Oh, sorry, my croquettes are burning.
At one point, you had so many tchotchkes around the house. I literally was like, "You're about to be like, bring out the dancing lobsters." Like, it was so stimulating, but so fun. But also, you had everything.
Then halfway into it, I was like, "Why the fuck didn't I hire an Easter bunny?"
Well, Des would have done it if we pushed him a little further.
If I thought of it earlier, I would have had him do it. Also, holidays, having like kids around makes it so much better.
Well, yeah, because whenever you want to be out of a conversation, you're just like, "Oh, that kid's eating a shard of glass, gotta go," which they are.
Yeah.
So as someone who never prepares her outfits, panics, Revolve has saved my life so many times because delivery is so quick, like 2 days. And they curate the website, so they tell me exactly, like, if I'm going on vacation, if I'm going to dinner, like, what all the cool girls are wearing. Lately, I've been buying, like, Helsa, A-Gold jeans. I'm just obsessed with Revolve. You can't make a mistake.
And they also just introduced Revolve LA, which is, like, their own brand, and it's so good.
Really?
There's, like, this one white dress that, like, immediately sold out that's, like, backless that I'm, like, really trying to get. As someone who plans their outfits and knows exactly what's coming up, I'm also obsessed with Revolve because I last minute panic too. Because I'm like, what if it's all wrong? And let me just get these things just in case.
Yeah.
The returns, that's what it is.
That's what it is. They give you the label.
Yeah.
You literally,
Like,
a
here.
stork comes in and takes it.
And the Revolve LA, all of their dresses, all of their pieces just feel like modern but elevated. Like they have so much like backless stuff, which I just think is so great for the summer, and just like easy long dresses, but like look cool.
What's something you recently wore from Revolve?
I recently just ordered this like Helsa yellow cardigan.
I love yellow right now.
It's so sweet. And I feel like you can still wear it in like spring and summer. Like I always need like a little sweater. So
And House is really good at like getting the
yeah, I love their tops and jackets.
so cute.
Whether it's a girls' night, a date, or one of those I need to look hot but not like I tried too hard moments, Revolve always has it. Go to revolve.com/giggly and use code giggly for 15% off your first order, and definitely check out the new Revolve LA label while you're there. Fast shipping, easy returns, it just works. That's revolve.com/giggly. You can shop our faves and get 15% off your first order. Offer ends April 21st, so don't miss out.
Also, you underestimated me.
For what?
There was a little baby and I took the little baby, and you at first were like, oh my God, are you okay?
No, that wasn't me. That was the mom.
Oh.
Mom was like,
baby's parent.
is your friend okay? I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Actually, no, I love how the mom just met me and immediately was like, don't know if I trust her with my child.
She's like, please don't touch my child.
Well, look, I make
no, that baby loved you.
Yeah, because I don't have Botox, so I can make really funny faces. And the baby was loving, but then I had to get new material. Like, you know, when you see a certain face too long, the baby's like, seen this one. So I had so much fun with the babies, but it's because of shout out Lois and Bobby that I feel comfortable holding a baby.
There was a moment where I was like, I can't wait to have a daughter, because there was a little girl at my Easter. She's like 4 years old, and I took my heels off at one point before I changed out of my dress. Just like popped my heels off, and she looked at me and she goes, what about your heels? And I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah. I was like, hell yeah, Georgina. I need to put my goddamn heels back on. This is a full outfit.
Georgina fully bullied you at your own party. She goes,
and
ew.
with a name like that, I expect
She
it.
goes, is
I
that a
want
hair
it.
on your pinky toe?
She was like, gross.
No, Georgina is gorgeous and
I love that name.
would read me to filth.
Yeah.
I was trying to avoid her because I kind of felt like she was going to tear me apart. I was so scared of her. Talk about heels. Our Women in STEM of the Week. This is, I don't have the username, but
Now I like am on TikTok and I'm like, wow, that'd be a really good woman of
you gotta write it down. Because people are starting to tag the girls and be like, did you know you were Woman of STEM of the Week by Hannah Berner? And they were like, who is that? And what's going on? Apparently, there's this thing that says Jessica Simpson heels are the most comfortable heels in the game. Now, I haven't bought them, so I don't know, and I don't want you guys just buying stuff without us testing it first, but these girls are like, I've worn these heels all day, and I still feel good. So justice for Jessica Simpson.
I'm trying to think if I still have any Jessica Simpson heels.
Do you remember when she had her foot on all of our necks?
Yeah.
We were having...
Is she a billionaire? She might be.
I don't know, but do you remember her edible lotion?
Yes.
That's what started
She's
COVID.
like, I feel like she was like she doesn't get enough credit for being one of the first celebrities to like have a shoe line, like she did all of those things.
She also is so naturally beautiful.
I actually got fed on TikTok like one of her music videos from like 2003, and when I was watching it, I didn't remember it until like I was and I was like, wait, I do remember all of these scenes. I remember wanting to recreate that outfit. Like she was such a pivotal pop star for me.
Iconic. And it was at a time where like pretty women weren't allowed to be funny. So instead they were just like, she's really dumb.
Yeah,
because she said dumb things, but she was just like fucking with Nick.
But in reality, she's probably one of the smartest pop stars because she capitalized off of it so well.
Yeah.
Like her Jessica, she has everything. They make jewelry, they make bags.
Yeah.
Anywho, we're big fans of her.
Anyway, shout out to Jessica Simpson. She's going through a divorce, so.
Is she? I think she went through it.
Well, she was with a hockey guy, so obviously.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Are you thinking of Carrie Underwood?
I've never thought about Carrie Underwood in my life. across my desk. And Woman of STEM of the Week runner up.
Yes.
I follow all these pages about like vintage finds.
It's
and
funny
stuff.
that we have a Women of STEM of the Week and then you added runner up as if we always had a runner up.
We do.
Yeah.
So she tells me like what to buy and stuff, vintage online. And she said, you know, it's the best thing to do for art. Go to thrift shops and buy kids art for like $3. She goes, no one can tell it's kids art.
Yeah.
They all look like really modern and cool. And I'm like, that is so genius. So next time you see like kids art, which is so sad though. I'm like, what parent was like, fuck my kids doodles? But
I'm selling them.
Someone's trash is another woman's treasure. Not men, just art.
Yeah.
Just art. Anyway, any final thoughts on Easter?
I
want you to revel in this
really
moment.
funny DMs from girls just being like, okay, love your look. It is giving Lego, but I did. And then I had this one girl. She was like, I'm not trying to be mean, but do you remember those candies when we were younger that came on like the piece of paper?
Yes.
And they were like the buttons.
Yes,
And she was like, it's giving yellow like button candy.
By the way, those were so disgusting. Like it tastes like actual cardboard. And we were like,
you could
loved
taste
it.
like paper was still on it.
I tasted the flavor. Like it tasted like yellow.
Did you ever go through a phase where people said that you could eat the wrapper that gum comes in? Never mind. Okay, that was just my middle school. Never mind. Actually, I digress. I didn't either.
You're like,
I
me
heard
neither.
about it.
Me neither.
I feel like there were a lot of times I was like, you can eat the paper. I'm like, no, you can't.
I mean, I've heard you could eat the shrimp tail. Okay.
I would never.
I do.
I have been off shrimp for a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think I ever told
The meat
you.
of the ocean. Really?
Yeah, like I feel like I ate too much shrimp cocktail and then now I like really can't look at it.
When were you exposed to so much shrimp cocktail that you couldn't do it anymore? Like,
I went through a phase where like if it was on the menu, I was
you
getting it
got
as
it.
my appetizer.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got it like 50 times in a row and I just stopped.
also shrimp cocktail's so cunty. They're like, this is going to be in a
Cocktail
glass and we're only giving you 4.
Yeah. And like cocktail sauce.
Yeah. With a little Worcestershire.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Kitty was so like, I didn't tell her that
yeah,
we were having
Kitty
a party.
was not happy.
And so she was like, okay, like I wasn't aware that there was an assignment. Like,
Yeah.
so she was
Forgot to tell her?
Yeah, I didn't tell her. And so she's so my cat because when she hides, she will only hide in my closet. The only place she feels comfortable is surrounded by YSL heels.
Yep.
You know, and so she gets in like the corner of my closet.
She was
like
praying to Prada.
no, literally praying to Prada. She was like, they'll never find me behind the long hanging dresses. And we didn't. And I didn't. And then like when people left, she crept out of my closet and I was like, you gorgeous, gorgeous girl.
Kitty does love people. I just want to like defend her.
Yeah.
It's just kids' energy. Like the kids were chasing her.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, like I don't want to be hunted down on
She's
a
like,
Sunday.
actually, I don't want to wear a crown right now.
It's the Lord's Day. The funniest thing about cats is they will literally, the second they hear the door close of people leave that they don't like, they come out.
Yeah.
They know exactly
She
what's
could feel
going
the
on.
energy.
They know exactly who's leaving. Like they're like small doses with
She
those
was like, my
people.
mom's napping somewhere. I must find her.
Yes. Another documentary, which is, it's heavy. It's heavy. And I don't want to, I don't know how I'm going to say it without ruining what happened.
I
But by
mean-
the way, you guys, these are documentaries. I'm not giving away the ending. They've happened already. Again. But fast forward if you don't want to hear this. It's a Netflix about untold Maura Wilson. Why do people who die, why are they always the most spectacular people in the world?
We'll set the scene for us.
She was a skier, and then she got injured, so I felt connected to her. But she was like going to be professional, hurt her ACL, became a biker. Of course, she's like gorgeous, funny, probably does charity every day.
Yeah.
Like she's perfect. And she gets involved with a man. She's 25. Again, brain not fully formed. And the man has an on again, off again girlfriend. And him and this girlfriend were known. People always said, oh yeah, the girl that he never introduces to anyone. Which, by the way, I don't know if you've ever been that girl. I was that girl once with this guy who like thought he was the shit.
Interesting.
And in a group, he like never introduced me. And I remember and I'm vocal.
Like never introduced you.
Like when he was with his coworkers or whatever, it was very like.
But you were there, like invited you, but wasn't like, this is my
what
girlfriend Hannah.
Yeah, like they're just talking like, and you're literally oh, I'm a plant. Like they're not treating you like you're human. And yes, I was 25 at the time, and yes, I was like, he was like important or something, but I remember feeling weird about it. Like once I remember he brought me somewhere and I was cracking some jokes, and when we got back he goes, you were pretty confident back there.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, oh, this is not the man for me. So this girl starts seeing this guy who has an on and off girlfriend, but he's like, I'm single. But then he stops responding to her, blocks her at one point, and she moves on, but then he reaches out to her again. He's basically wishy-washy and clearly lying to both girls.
Do you have a moment when you date people that you're like, there's a moment where you're like, yeah, I hate you?
It's funny, with guys I've actually dated like full-on relationship, I haven't really hated any of them.
Yeah.
Because by the time I've like learned who they are as people, I feel like they're good guys. It's more the like situationship ones that I'm like, oh, you're sick.
Yeah.
Where guys I've fully dated, I'm not even sad at the end because I'm like, I've seen all of you and I understand this isn't right.
Yeah.
But situationships, you're like, oh, I've made you into something you're not. You're actually the complete opposite. And I'm mad at myself for giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. I feel like every time I realize I hate them, it's all like a similar situation. And it's that like, wow, you were really like talkative with the group or something. Or like you were really, one time a guy I asked him, I forget what we were even doing. And I asked him like, oh, was that okay to say? And I remember him saying like, well, you just like talked over everyone and everyone noticed it. And I could tell that everyone was getting really pissed. And I remember being like, oh my God, really? And then like asking someone and the girl being like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no one thought that. And then me realizing in that moment where I was like, wow, I actually fucking hate you.
They're trying to make you smaller.
Yeah.
They're trying to dim your light, as I like to say. So long story short, this is the part you can fast forward. She gets murdered. And it's not the guy, it's the girlfriend.
Wait, I actually stopped listening.
His on and off again girlfriend murdered her.
The old girlfriend murdered the new girlfriend.
And she wasn't even new girlfriend. It was basically like this guy was kind of lying to both of them, and one of the girls was clearly not mentally well.
No, like, I don't say it lightly. Picking the wrong guy can kill you. Like, yes. It could literally like, there are also, like, there are so many studies where women get into relationships and, like, develop autoimmune diseases. Yep. Like, it truly can kill you.
It was funny because I was thinking about the Manosphere documentary and how they made a documentary about these men making other men hate women. And then I'm like, is there going to be a Giggling Squad documentary about how we told all the girls they're going to get autoimmune diseases if they talk to men?
No, because you want to know what?
We're raising awareness.
In any type of society, there's like a oppressor and the oppressed. And
Ooh.
There's like a whole thing about if you're the oppressed, you know every single thing about who's oppressing you.
Yep.
So us being like, also, we don't hate all men. We like are in relationships. We have sex with them. Like, we love men.
Yeah.
But being aware and knowing, it's the whole thing of like, we have to do all of these things to protect ourselves from them. But we, like, a perfect example is like the Bonnie Blue. Like the girl that does all the like rage bait and like has sex with 1 million guys in one day or whatever. Never once is there ever an article like, well, who are the guys? Like, who are the guys that are standing in line to have sex with this one girl?
Also, if a guy had sex with 100 women in a day, he'd be literally have a sculpture.
That's just like a football player in college. Like, that's just like the captain of some team somewhere. Like, that's just... I don't even know the Bonnie Blue stuff. Like, because I don't know like streamers or like any of that bullshit. But I know that we've never once identified one man that's had sex with her. Like, I'd like to see all of their pictures. Anyway, I don't know how we got.
I feel like this episode has gotten like kind of deep and stuff, but I kind of like it, so I'm gonna add on to it. I was thinking about.
Well, I used the word oppressed. And
yeah, let's go. We can't go back. We gotta lean in. Lean in. Hashtag lean in.
I'm wearing a Shakespearean top, and I felt I needed to say the word oppressor.
I was thinking about how I love being in my 30s, and I try to put words to why my 20s is hard, so girls in their 20s listening could like be easier on themselves.
Yeah.
And I think I realize I am a perfectionist. I know I'm a type B perfectionist, so it's weird.
You're a 100% a perfectionist.
Thank you. Well, I have a low Virgo on my chart and no one talks about it.
You get very like detailed oriented. You're like, what if we cut the clip 2 seconds prior? I'm like, shut up, just post it.
Paige are like says yes to everything, and I'm like, we need to stop 0.01 seconds before this joke ends.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about, as a perfectionist in my 20s, every single thing that happened to me when it wouldn't go right, I was so upset and down on myself. And then I realized, like, the reason I love my 30s is because I've made all the mistakes already. So I'm not scared of making the mistakes, because I'm like, oh, I've done this and I've messed up and it's gone well. So, and I also know the answer to things now because I've made the mistakes.
Yeah.
So in your 20s, you don't know the answers.
Right.
So as a perfectionist in your 20s, when something happens to you, you go, I don't know this. And you try calling your mom, you try Googling it, but it takes until your 30s to know the answer to things and actually feel good about. Where your 20s, you feel bad because you made mistakes.
I think the biggest difference for me from 20s to 30s is 20s, I always thought I was stupid. Like I would always just be like, well, obviously I'm not as smart as that person, or like that person definitely knows way more than I do about whatever the situation is. Then when I got into my 30s, I feel like I was like,
That everyone's stupid.
oh wait, you're actually the dumb one, and I'm 10 times smarter than you. I was just a little bit more insecure about it.
Any guy that says he's smart is dumb. Any guy that says he's a good guy is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Anyone who tries to tell you there's something is the opposite. Ooh.
Yeah, so true. Also, like, this has nothing to do with it, but I'm so fucking sick of the term girls girl. If we can never say it again, that would be great.
It's kind of like girls weaponizing other girls in a way.
It's just like another way to be like, she's actually not a girl's girl. Actually, she is a girl's girl. It's like, what's the definition of it even anymore? Like, because to me, it was like just being nice to girls.
Yeah.
And now it's like, but actually, if you go back, there's like, it's just, I can't. I hate the phrase now.
Yeah.
I like can't see it anymore.
Yeah. And I think our podcast, people who love Giggly Squad, are girls who love making other girls laugh.
Yeah.
And love the commonality of joking and girlhood.
And having things in common.
And having things in common. And I really realized, if you don't have girls in your life that make you laugh, like, what do? Try to connect with men? That sucks.
I haven't connected with a man in years. If my good guy friends didn't get married, I wouldn't still be friends with them, I feel like.
No.
Like, I feel like when any like friendship I had with a male in my 20s is now such a different relationship because they're married and I am so much closer to their wives.
Another thing that's hard about making friends though in your 30s is you have to start the story from the beginning, if that makes sense. Like, it's kind of fun, but when you have a new friend, but in your 30s, you're like, which chapter do we even start on? Like, you need to get multiple drinks to like give your lore. I mean, our lore is like, I don't know if I can start over with someone.
No,
I need to like
I don't want any
send them to someone to like give them the briefing before they get to me. One thing I like listening to rap music.
Wow, what a change in direction.
As driven women,
Yeah.
nobody talks about it like rappers, about as you get successful, how many people start lying about you, coming for you, being mean to you, bullying you, and like only rappers talk about it. Like, pop stars are like, love, but rappers are like, literally no one came for my neck until I started making money. Like that, and I'm literally like, the amount of lies other girls can make up about you when you're doing well is so scary and crazy. So how about this?
Well, because girls are so smart. So they're like, I know that people will hate her if they think this about her.
Yeah.
And so then they say it. If a man's going to make up a rumor about you, it's going to be like, she had sex with. And it's like, okay, like, good one. Where like, if a girl's going to make up a rumor about you, it's layered. Yeah. She's done research. Yeah. She's like, it's different.
And then you can't address it.
No, like bullying in an office setting is
next level.
Next level.
And even like places that you didn't think, like nurses, I've heard horrible stories.
No.
Teachers.
The nurse lore, I would actually love a reality show based around
That would be insane. They'd be like, this character is dead.
Oh my God. No,
Like,
think about what a good, like, okay, because people like love The Pit.
Yeah.
They love like
Is it girl coded though?
like
Do they
Grey's
show-
Anatomy. Like
Yeah.
I also love a medical show. You feel smarter when you watch it. That's how I feel about Law and Order. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer.
Yeah.
But nurses nurses get such a bad rep too. Like, oh, nurses are so bitchy and like, well, they're tired.
They haven't slept for years.
And I think that they would have such a good reality show. Or even like a scripted show where it's just about
But
the
how
nurses.
would they do it? They'd be like, producers would be like, hey, can you start a fight with someone? And she'd be like, yeah, that girl needs an IV or she's going to die.
No,
I
I
can't
think-
like start a fight.
No, they don't have to start a fight, but like how good would it be if they're getting into it about something and it's like, okay, well, you didn't fill the chart out right. It's like, okay, well, maybe I didn't have to do your work. And then
Maybe
it's
you wouldn't
like
have
someone's
Miro
coding
handwriting.
in the other room and
Coding.
they're like, we'll get back to this.
We'll get
and
back
they
to
run.
this. Yeah, and then it's a cliffhanger. Next episode, does she live or die?
Yeah. And I think there's like hierarchy in nurses.
Yeah, there is.
So
The
it's-
new one.
Yeah.
The new nurse. Well, we watched that whole thing about a documentary about how all the nurses try to blame one of the nurses for like killing people.
Oh, that baby?
Yeah.
When we watched that, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was dark.
In British.
In British. Was it in? It was in England. It was in England.
They were speaking in British.
I can't believe, we've never been to England together
Is that crazy?
or Italy.
The only time we've been outside of the country together is Canada. We've never been on a vacation together.
Well, vacation
Wait,
was never our
we've
thing.
never vacationed together.
I mean, every day with you is a vacation.
Yeah.
But I actually was thinking about how I want to go to Sicily with you.
Yeah, I would love
I was
that.
talking to Kim about it. You don't have to come, but Kim and I are going.
Why don't you just come on our... That is one thing I will say about my family.
Yeah.
My holidays and my vacations are like, yeah, just come. Like anyone...
You guys are very welcoming.
Like we've met you guys 3 times. Come on our vacation. My mom has always been really big on like each holiday is unique.
Mm-hmm.
Like not every holiday is going to be the same. It's not going to always be the same people. So like random holidays, we will have random people and they might not come next year and they might not have been there the year before.
Mm-hmm.
But my Italy trip has truly turned into... If you're in Italy, come have dinner with us. As if we're like Taylor is coming on my trip. Sierra came last summer and probably again this summer.
You've had many
Lucho's coming on my trip
random
this year.
boys in and out. My dad loved when I brought guys to like Shelter Island because he would do the boyfriend Olympics.
Yeah.
And you think it's a joke, it's not. He would just at one point be like, you want to throw a ball outside? And the guy
Yeah.
would be like, okay. And they'd start with football.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'd throw a baseball around. And then next thing you know, they're doing time sprints. They're
Yeah.
doing jumping verticals. He's bringing them to the beach. They're racing. Then they're throwing the Frisbee in the
Sorry
water.
for doing a decathlon. Like,
Full decathlon. And then my dad is literally like, he made it or he didn't. And some of
it's
the,
like, well, are you going to be able to protect my daughter if the world ends? Yes or no? Let's
He's like-
find out in the backyard.
it's like, this is also why I love like big men is because I can throw a football and I cannot explain to you guys how it feels to, I don't know how it feels to be with a man who can't throw a ball farther than you, but it's annoying.
have you ever
chuck
dated
it.
a guy that doesn't like sports?
No. Even when I dated a musician, he was like an athlete too. But I'm annoying. Like I really am annoying with the sports guys.
Okay.
Like I've never dated a poet. I don't date I don't date any.
Where they're just poets
I don't
running
know,
around.
in Brooklyn. I've never dated I don't date the skinny like artsy dudes. I've never dated a guy who was like tatted up unless it was like cool for his sport.
Yeah.
Or like he had a random cross because he like needed it to win the football game.
I've dated a couple guys that don't watch sports, and
What do they talk about?
not to sound like misogynistic, I really don't. I do prefer a guy that watches sports.
There's something about like their brain needs to be focused on something of structure, or they're philanderers.
Well, it's kind of like babysitting, where you're like, "There's a game on tonight, perfect.
Oh my
He's going to be
God.
occupied.
The Mets
from
are
7 to
starting?
9:30."
The Mets are 4 hours, and
like-
it's literally like he puts himself in the room.
I'm like, well, what if we turned on the game and I got you a snack?
Put him
And
down.
we sat down and we were just quiet.
Turn on the game, put him down, and
Yeah.
he's good.
I don't want you to have a lot in common with me.
It's less important that you have things in common, more important that you have the same sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
That's the tea.
I need someone that's not afraid to make fun of me. A lot of my boyfriends are scared of me, so like I need someone who's not afraid to be like, you look dumb.
I feel like I need to sit them down and tell them how to like rip you to shreds?
Yeah, like that's what
in a charming way. Like, God forbid.
God forbid we had a little back and forth.
I don't remember a moment that I didn't make fun of you. Like, I feel like the first day I met you, I was like...
Because it's like, do you even care about me if you're not making fun of me? Like, no, because it's at a level of comfortability where it's like, yeah, I can say that to her. Obviously, she's not going to get offended by it.
Also, it takes me knowing about you and remembering details about you to make fun of you, which means I care, period.
Yes, done. That's what it is.
Can I say one thing about football that's going to piss you off?
Fine.
This girl on TikTok said that football games are actually only 11 to 18 minutes of actual playing.
Okay.
And the rest is commercials and just like fucking around because they need to give people enough time to make bets and to just like consume, like to eat food and to order stuff and to watch commercials. These guys are, I mean, yes, it is like they're getting hit by a car all the time and they're never going to be able to like think the same because they have CTE. Mm-hmm. But it's really 11 to 18 minutes of actual play.
And they act like it's just saving the world.
And not to shout out tennis, but like these men are playing 3 out of 5 sets just out there for 5 hours.
Even like baseball is like 8 million hours long.
So, but they're not really moving a lot. Soccer, they just add random time at the end of the game because like you guys haven't ran enough. Here's 4 more minutes. Just go.
Wow, that's very interesting about football.
Very interesting.
So it's all just to sell things during the game. I mean, if you think about it, if you ever go to like a stadium, it's all ads all the way around.
Mm-hmm. It's all capitalism.
It's all capitalism.
I want to apologize to the Academy because I actually am really annoying about talking about Des this episode. I never do this. If you're a non-giggler, like
enough with this guy.
I never do this, but he has a really funny joke that I need to tell, and I'm going to butcher it. But he talks about how... I'm going to butcher. Okay, going down on a girl is kind of like the end of a basketball game. Like when she says she's about to come, it's like a basketball game saying there's only 2 minutes left. There's actually not 2 minutes left and it's going to take forever. So shout out to men in sports and men in the bedroom. I hope you give women actual orgasms.
Wait, I was talking to one of my girlfriends. Actually, she's not. She's one of my girlfriend's girlfriends.
Important.
Yeah, so she's like my friend-in-law.
Girl's girl?
She was my friend-in-law. So I don't really know her, but I was with one of my friends and she was there, whatever. And she was talking about, she had just recently broken up with her boyfriend. And I was like, oh my God, like what? Just like asking normal questions about it. And I don't know how one does, but we got on the topic of like, well, how was your sex? Like, was it good or not? And she was like, no, like I never came, not once. Like I used to fake it a lot. Mind you, this girl is, I think she was maybe like 25, 26, whatever. And
if I had a nickel.
Yeah, no, literally. And I was like, oh my God, like, did you ever talk to him about it? Or like, did you ever have conversations? Like, did he know you weren't coming? Or did he know you were ever faking it? And she was like, yes, one time I didn't fake it. And I was like, oh, I didn't come or something. And he said, yeah, all my girlfriends like have a really hard time coming. And I was like,
the gaslighter of the century.
God.
He's like, for some reason, I'm attracted to girls that don't know how to come.
Yeah, he like put it all out. He was like, yeah, something weird happens and like they have a really hard... And I was like, why would he say that? Why would he admit that?
Have you ever hooked up with a guy and immediately when he's like, yeah, I had a girlfriend for like 6 years and you're like, oh, you never made her come.
Yeah.
And in your 20s, at least, like, it's less embarrassing to be like, hey, that's my thigh. Once you're here, stop moving. But when a guy's in his 30s, you start to be like, holy shit, like, no girl. Somehow, girls
when
are
you
like,
get to the point where you're
it.
Closing your eyes and picturing someone else, yeah.
You're
like, maybe I should leave.
Or you're just like, hey, let mama handle this. You're like, mentally, I have to shift into a new stratosphere right now because this continuum is...
I'm like, look, some Mandela effect is happening, but I have to leave my present body, go somewhere else. I'll be back in 3 seconds.
What's it called? They say that you could like...
Levitate?
You can go to a different realm or something. That's what girls do all the time. Your friends, especially your best friend's boyfriend or husband, that is your coworker. That is so fucking true.
And he works remote. Not only is he my
You don't know what he does.
coworker-
You've heard from her what he's like
Yes.
in the office.
Yep.
But you're not in meetings with him.
We're not on.
You
Yeah,
see
we're not
him
in the
at
same
the water
group.
at the water
At the water fountain.
You
see him passing, like going to the bathroom.
You can tell if he's like in a mood or not, but that's pretty much it. And then when you leave the company, you never speak to him again.
He's also like kind of similar to like your aunt's husband that she divorced but still comes to holidays. Like he's also kind of like that family member where it's like we don't see him a lot, but he's part of our family, but not blood related.
Yes. And you know that he could get fired at any moment.
Yeah.
And that's
And if you
the
never
vibe.
saw him again or talked to him,
Wouldn't
you'd like,
affect anything.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Well, I'm glad we figured that out. You guys, thank you so much for giggling with us. I have my last weekend of tour. Going to
think
North
we're
Carolina. I know this weekend, North Carolina, 2 more shows. If you're in North Carolina, I'll see you there. Paige,
Just
how
North
are you?
Carolina?
Just North Carolina.
Okay.
How are you? Bye.